All right, welcome to another episode of the Screen Crusaders Podcast. This is Tex-Mex Morty, and with me today we have, as usual, the Reaper and the fantastic JT over there. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Let's go.
And bienvenidos to you two, fellow Crusaders.
Our throats.
Yeah,
They're
allergy
pretty
season.
bad, yeah, allergy season.
Allergy season has me, so I'm personally going to try not to talk a whole lot because it hurts a little to talk.
No, bro.
But I'll still talk, but I'm going to go ahead and leave most of the talking to you guys since your throats are better than mine right now. All right.
My throat's sore too.
So as usual, let's jump right into it and start off with what you've been up to. I'll go ahead and go first. That way I could get it out of the way. So this week, or these past couple weeks, we skipped a week due to technical issues. We didn't have charged battery, and Reeps over here was feeling kind of sick, so he didn't come around over here. So we decided to just postpone. But anyways, what I've been up to was let's see, I finished Castlevania season 4. Was it?
It was good, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
That I think it was episode 9, I believe. There was a big boss battle and stuff like that. It had some really cool visuals there, and I don't want to get into details because it's still technically less than a month that it's been out.
Who cares?
But I mean, I don't like to spoil it for people because not everyone, obviously, including myself, could get to everything on day one. Or even sometimes month 1.
Well, isn't that really fucked up?
Yeah,
isn't that really fucked up?
But it was a great show. I feel like they delivered on the season, and the series finale was pretty good.
Animation was like god tier.
Yeah, no, it has great animation. I'm sad that it's over. Granted, we are getting a spinoff, but I mean, I one could hope that the spinoff's as good in every department as this main series one was. Other than that, I've been watching on Disney Plus Gravity Falls. It's
Gravity Falls.
Yeah,
that's a good show.
I was about to say, I thought it was going to be kind of kiddish because of the animation when my sister showed it to me. But she had watched it when she was a bit younger, and she's like, "Oh, look, we could watch this," and I'm like, "All right," but I'm not one to judge on animation.
No,
animated
it's actually
show,
a really good show.
In terms of the animation, because I've seen some that look kind of kiddie and they're mature, and this one's like the middle ground. I forgot what show it reminded me of. Well, kind of like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah. It's one of those that's like it's like an Adventure Time or like regular show.
It's like good for kids, but it's also good for older audiences, and I'm really enjoying it so far.
And also that show has like really like dark themes in it. It's like very mature.
Oh yeah,
it gets really good.
It gets a bit dark in places, but so far I finished season 1 and I'm starting season 2, and it's a great show. I'm enjoying it. The wife's enjoying it.
Too.
Yeah. Oh, it's really funny. And then on the gaming side, I've been I tried the trial of Knockout City, the little like dodgeball type video game. It's like a multiplayer. It's a multiplayer game where instead of being like it's a third person, and you're basically pitted into these maps, into these arenas, and it's dodgeball. You pick up balls and you try to throw them at the other people. You could catch them and throw them back.
Oh, okay.
There's like the sniper ball that could get you from across the thing. There's the
sniper ball.
There's the explosive ball that makes like an AoE. Yeah, and then you could even turn yourself into the ball and have one of your teammates pick you up and throw you at them.
Wasn't that from do you remember that show, Mucha Lucha?
Yes.
He turned into a ball. That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah. Ricochet.
Yeah, Ricochet.
Ricochet. That was always the
Flea. That's a great show, man.
Oh yeah, the Flea.
But
you're not early 2000s kids unless you watch Mucha
Lucha. I love that show.
Oh, good show.
But the game's actually a lot of fun. I kind of suck at it, honestly. I was not very good. Thankfully, I didn't live stream it because I would have gotten called noob and scrub. But I still had a good time, even though I sometimes won, sometimes lost. But even when I was losing, it was still kind of fun. What's going to make or break it for me is once this game comes out, what the final price is. If it's more than like $20-$25, I probably won't be getting it. But if it's within that price range, it would be even if we start a team, because I think it's like a team of 4.
Oh, cool.
So if we find some other player, we could start a team, and it's fun. It's
No, I want to play it. Yeah.
It's a really cartoony, fun game.
No, I like games like
Looks
those.
really awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
And it's very simple. It's something you could just put on for like 10, 15 minutes.
It doesn't have to be so serious.
Yeah, if you only got like half an hour to kill, you could play like a match or two and then go to work or go whatever you're doing. And then other than that, obviously the live stream of Resident Evil, I'm trying to get through it. I'm trying to get through it so I could do a proper review without being like some of the journalists out there that like legitly have said, "Oh, you don't have to finish a game to review," and I'm like, then
yes, you do.
Your opinion is moot. And that's like saying I'm gonna watch them.
That's like reading a book and like finishing it halfway or less. I mean,
or
and
even
just talking about it.
It's like if there's the movie review and the reviewer's like, I only watched the first 30 minutes of it, and it was trash. Yeah. And then it's like, well, say the Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, the first 30 minutes were the setup of the movie. Imagine if you just walk out after.
There was nothing really going on. It kind of sucked. It's not really going anywhere for me. I just kind of walked out.
Yeah, so I still believe, even if you don't 100% finish it, played enough to like know what you're talking about. And so I feel like I'm getting close on Resident Evil. I'm about to go fight Heisenberg, I think, and then Mother Miranda, and then I think that's it.
Breaking Bad reference, Heisenberg.
Yeah.
But other than that, nothing much on my end. How about you guys?
I can start. I've been watching a lot of movies recently instead of TV shows. I'm currently finishing up Invincible. I'm on episode 4.
Oh, so good.
Dude, it's getting
my favorite
really
show
good.
right
I'm like,
now.
oh my gosh, what's going to happen?
Yeah. Just you wait. Yeah, it's gonna.
I saw 2 movies this week. Army of the Dead, directed by Zack Snyder on Netflix.
It was fun. I saw it too.
Yeah, it's a fun watch. Dave Bautista, he's like the lead.
So I'm gonna interrupt you real quick. How is it in terms of pacing? Because that's the one thing that's kind of killing it for me. That sometimes I don't have like 3 hours to spare, and that thing's like 2 hours and 38 minutes or something like that. So is the pacing fast?
Yes.
Or okay.
It's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it is.
It's very video gamey, so it's just like people with guns have to go in.
Okay, because I do want to check it out. It's just, again, sometimes I get home from the gym or something, and then it's like 8, 9 o'clock.
No, it's good.
I'm like, I don't want to. It's what?
It's really good. The makeup and like the people they got for the movements
the zombies
and stuff.
really
That's
cool.
the stuff I like. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay.
It has a lot of gore and action sequences.
Eventually I'll check it out. I might have to split it into 2 parts.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's
but
not bad at all.
what's it called? I'll look forward to that. And you were saying though you saw that, and what else?
I saw A Quiet Place Part 2 in theaters.
Yeah. I remember you were saying you were going to the theater yesterday. How was it?
Oh man, just being in the movie theater. I mean, when I was sitting in the theater, there was like a kid like crying and talking, but other than that,
why the hell would you bring a kid to like a very intense movie like that?
Right when movie theaters open back up, it's just the same annoying shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of the movies, like people annoying people and
that's not beauty.
Talking. I mean, but that's kind of
like
the
reactions
movie,
to it.
The movie experience. But anyway, A Quiet Place Part 2 in theaters was amazing. Mm-hmm. Like the sound design in that movie was incredible. Mm-hmm. The direction was awesome. The script was amazing, and it left you wanting more. Really wanting more. And I enjoyed every minute of it.
How did it compare to the first one?
To me, I think this movie tops the first one because it was more expanded world building, and I think that the director John Krasinski did a great job at expanding this idea of like aliens and how they came about, so to speak. So I enjoyed every minute. The kids are the leads of this movie, and it was fantastic. I will watch it again in theaters. It was that incredible.
I'll definitely have to go check it out. Yeah. They did poor marketing, in my opinion, in terms of they really marketed before it got delayed because of COVID last year.
Yeah.
But then now,
I forgot about it.
Now that it actually did come out, they didn't put that same marketing budget once again. I guess they didn't want to. Oh shit! I guess they didn't want to spend the money once again. Because I didn't see as many advertisements for it as the first time around. So it kind of snuck up on me until you mentioned that you were going to the theater yesterday. I honestly forgot it was even coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same for me. Yeah, it fell off my radar.
Well, it's back on for me though, because I was interested in watching it. What about you, Reeps? Anything worth mentioning that you've been watching or playing this past couple of weeks?
I just watch old stuff, dude. That's the thing. Like, I will watch older stuff and still like enjoy it so much. Like, I was watching the Mummy movies, like with Brendan Fraser. Like, it's just the best.
CGI Scorpion
the
King.
best. Yeah, yeah. CGI Scorpion King.
Yep.
Here's the thing, like, those are still so much better than all the schlock that's out there right now.
Yeah.
Because
they're campy and they're fun.
It's endless entertainment. It's just endless fun, and it's dated like in all the right ways.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
That's that Scorpion King though. Every time, I just think like, what the hell is that?
Okay, you touch him up a bit with the CGI, and you put him in a video game. That's a badass boss fight right there. That's what it is, and I can see these movies as like video gamey. It's like going like the temples, the tunnels, and all like this stuff, and they have to fight.
Yeah, if I had to fight him, then, I mean, you're just gonna hear screaming all the time.
And then Mummy's coming out.
But anything else?
An ox on the moon. Hey, she's hot.
Anything else?
Yeah, anything else?
No, I just
no,
watched
nothing.
That.
Just reliving the classics.
Yeah, just reliving the classics.
Pretty soon, those are going to be on Turner movie or Turner classic movie section. Yeah. We're going to be like old and be like 60 years old or something.
No. You're not a true early 2000s kids. You haven't watched those movies either.
No, I'm pretty sure everyone has. That and Shrek, it's like
that and Shrek.
Those are like
essentials.
The early 2000s. Yeah. You for sure saw this. If not, you were living under a rock.
That's what I'm saying. It's just it was the boy like Brendan Fraser, like at his prime, like he was in it.
Yeah. No, it was. I love those movies.
I know.
I still do.
Love them. I can watch.
I don't think I ever saw the one with Jet Li though. I don't think I saw that.
Oh no, that one's bad.
That was bad.
That one's like okay. Like
no, that's what I'm saying. Like I never saw that one, but I
liked it though when it came out. But
okay, well, moving on then. So first topic is we got a couple of Warner Brother properties coming out. So that what was it? DC announced a few things. Like they actually announced a new Batman animated series and a Superman animated series. Yep. So you know a bit more than this, JT, so I'll let you take the wheel behind this.
Yeah, so the new Batman animated series is going to be with J.J. Abrams, Matt Reeves, and Bruce Timm, who co-created the original back in the 90s. And, I mean, it sounds like amazing, pretty good. I don't know what J.J. Abrams has in store for this show because he...
Lens flares.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. In the cartoon.
Yeah, cartoon. Yeah, lens flares in the cartoon.
But I'm not really sure. I mean, this looks fascinating.
Lens flare. Keep going. Ignore the soundboard. Yeah. Just keep talking over.
So apparently, like this series will deep dive into the psychology of the Batman lore. So it might be like a new take of Batman, a new take of the Joker, a new take of Robin, or I don't know what, but it's probably supposed to be pretty awesome. And Matt Reeves, he's the new director of the Batman movie coming out.
Yeah, he's setting up the world too for that type of stuff. Because he's got, isn't he the one also doing the Commissioner Gordon one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're making a Commissioner Gordon movie?
Yep.
No, a show.
Actually,
a show on HBO Max.
Isn't that Gotham?
Kind of. They're gonna do it differently.
I thought it was the same thing.
And it's gonna be basically a different telling of Gotham within the universe of the new Batman movie. Right. Like the Robert Pattinson universe. So it could be good. The Superman series too, I don't know too much on that one. I do know that that one's also similar to like the 90s animated series, like continuation, ain't it, or something like that?
No, actually, this is going to be totally different. It's called My Adventures with Superman, and it's basically about like Lois and Clark and Jimmy all at the Daily Planet in the early 20s. So it's going to be like a comedic type thing. Yeah, so it's going to be on HBO Max and also on Cartoon Network.
Okay, well, I just saw the logo and it looked like the old... what's it called, 90s, kind of like when they had the Batman the animated series and the Superman series, and then it transferred into Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. I thought it was going to be like reliving those type of things, but I'd be interested in seeing something like that.
I'm really looking forward to these properties because DC is kind of behind on what Marvel's doing with Phase 4, but I'm glad that they're kind of thinking ahead of, hey, TV shows are our main game, our main focus, and hopefully they will come and just...
Well, I hope it's more of that than throwing shit on the wall they've been doing. Because I don't want them to even try to compete with Marvel anymore. They just can't. They just need to take the L, and they need to do their own thing. Like,
I agree.
You can't get the success that these guys have.
No.
And don't try to do it. Just try to get success on your own merit. But what about you, Reeps? You excited for those shows, though?
I don't even care. That's the thing. Like, I don't care unless it's the second part to fucking Snyder Cut. That's it. Like, if it's not any of that,
but I'm
I
saying
don't give
for
a shit about it.
Like the shows.
Yeah, I don't care.
You don't like. I thought you liked like those shows like Justice League Unlimited and the animated Batman.
The old ones, because they were good and they don't need to be touched. Like,
but
that they're like god tier.
If they could do continuations, not necessarily of that storyline, but have something that has a similar feel of those, you won't be kind of interested in it.
You need Kevin Conroy for Batman. If you get him out, that's...
Well, I'm pretty sure they'll get him back. Because, again, this doesn't have the art style, at least not based on the poster as the old Batman animated series did. But again, it had a similar feel, and I feel like they're going to go back with...
I wouldn't want a continuation. Here's the thing with stuff like this. Like, as cool as they were, and as much as I enjoyed them like back then, I don't want a continuation, because that's what makes these special, is that there won't be anything like this. Like, this was good back then, and it still holds up. I don't want anything to...
Well, sometimes the revival kind of helps.
If you get the right people.
That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes the revival ain't too bad. There's been a few shows in the past few years that they've tried doing a revival, and it actually worked out pretty good. So that's the only reason I look forward to it. Like you said, if they don't get Kevin Conroy back, that's going to be you don't get like really Kevin Conroy or like Mark Hamill or I forget the guy who voices Superman. Also, I don't remember.
I thought his name was Tim Daly.
Yes, that sounds right. But if they don't have the
that's what I'm saying. They need the original guys.
If Kevin Conroy doesn't come back, it's just I'm not gonna be too interested in it, honestly. Just because that he does make the voice. All right, and so next topic in line. This is gonna be kind of like a very brief one because none of us give a shit about this, but I found it hilarious enough that CW was called over there.
Always this
and
pathetic?
They denied the pilot to the CW Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, whenever the CW goes around, and once again,
are you always this pathetic?
That was CW telling them, "Are you always this pathetic?" Which says a lot because CW greenlights fucking anything. Mm-hmm. Any trash. They got trash ass shows.
Cringy.
And they like
except
Riverdale.
Superman and Lois. Superman and Lois is here to stay.
That's on its own thing. We don't.
That was a fluke. That was like somebody finally made the right call. But what's it called? That
was a good day for them.
But your shit is terrible when not even the goddamn CW wants it. Yeah. When they're showing you the door. That's just bad.
Also, like, who cares? It's fucking Powerpuff. It's Powerpuff Girls. Like, who cares for that? I didn't ask for that. Like, no, I mean, I watched the old show. Did you
see what they were turning it into though?
Yeah,
no. Like that Riverdale style thing.
What?
Like,
no,
what? They were turning it into. They were gonna get Chloe Bennett, Dove Cameron, and some other girl.
I don't get how you go
and
with that approach, like. For Powerpuff Girls.
And they were gonna put them like washed up in their late 20s, having like regret having spent their childhood. Yeah, they were like, we regret having our childhood be superheroes. We wish we were regular people.
So make it angsty, like make it.
No,
I don't know how real this was because my younger sister told me she read that. Again, I don't know where the sources was, but she said that part of the reason they didn't like it was overly stupid and such like that, and that the script leaked, and that like one of the things is like I think it was not Buttercup. What's the green one? Yeah, that's Buttercup, ain't it?
No, Buttercup's the blue one.
Yeah.
No, that's Bubbles.
Oh no,
Bubbles,
yeah,
Buttercup.
okay.
Yeah, Buttercup.
No, yeah, okay.
Buttercup.
Yeah.
Apparently, because Bubbles is like I think it's Dove Cameron or whatever her name is, pretty blonde-haired girl, so popular girl, and apparently Buttercup in one of the lines is like, oh, if you don't do what I want, I'm gonna leak your nudes that you took on your phone to the internet.
What?
And then Bubbles is like, stop doing that threat that only worked once.
Yeah, and they think this is okay to
Yeah,
show
that's
the
what I'm
younger
saying.
people.
Man.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's
who,
your message you're trying to get across. Like
who
these
the
are your
hell?
heroes.
Who the fuck well, not even CW greenlit that, but like, who in the right mind said this?
Nah,
you know
man.
these characters everyone loves. Let's just do
Fucking
this.
shut it down.
Like, no.
Yo.
But that's the trend. Like that's what's happening with everything. It's
But-
just
but
like,
why is
all,
that, though?
all these radical
they-
changes.
But
to
they
stuff.
they fucking get viewerships like lower than anything. I mean, Riverdale's hanging by a lifeline
right.
It's
last
because they're
time
out
I
of touch. Like they still push it out, and there's a small audience for it. But the big picture is like no, no one watches that garbage. Yeah,
I'm glad that. I'll just say I'm glad that CW said nope, and well, they're trying again. So they're reworking and
The
filming.
pilot.
Yep, they're reworking the pilot, but not
Well,
even
I'm not
CW
watching
wanted. it.
No.
Well, I wasn't even going to watch it to begin with.
nope.
But I just thought that was too hilarious to pass up not talking about, because I have never heard the CW turn something down for being like not good.
and they have Batwoman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like quality control was so bad that even they were like, "Don't touch it." No. So moving on.
Do that? I just that's crazy. It's insanity.
Yeah. So moving on. Another Warner Brothers. Well, we actually have a decent amount of Warner Brothers type stuff. But another big one was another reveal that they were doing an Injustice animated movie. Any of y'all would be
Yes.
interested
That's
in
actually
that?
kind of cool
Yes.
because I like Injustice.
Like,
And
you
that
know,
was
like,
kind of like it's about time we've gotten like something, because that's a huge like kind of franchise of its own, really. I mean, like with all the games and all.
yeah, I mean, like the
all the
games are
comic ties
great,
in
and
and-
like a show about a movie about evil Superman. I mean, who wouldn't see that? Like with all the,
Oh, did they
Awesome.
reveal what type of animation it's going to be?
I don't
No.
know.
So okay. So they pull the plug on Snyder Cut, which would have been like a Injustice
Live
but
action.
live action.
Yeah, live
But
action.
let's do it animated. Fuck them.
Well, I mean, two different departments.
Right.
Luckily,
No, it's still held by Warner Bros. So they're
yeah,
the ones-
but luckily the Warner Brothers animation seems to be somewhat competent, because their products are actually usually
they're
all right.
okay. They're not always like on the mark, but
But well, it's because they
Personally, what I
they
think, but-
they work. They do a lot of projects at the same time. So I
Yeah.
feel like there is a little tiny bit room for improvement in quality control. But overall, they're a lot better than their movie
if
department.
it's like as brutal as the Apocalypse War,
I
or
haven't seen
something
that one yet.
Oh, it's good. You gotta
It
see
is.
That one's good. That one's really really good actually.
Yeah, but no, I'm interested, especially if it's like that type of style of animation instead of like CG. I'm all up for an Injustice
No,
movie.
it's all pretty looking. It's hand drawn. The only thing that I don't like about them is just like the voice acting kind of is just.
Well, what if
sometimes
it's
not.
like the animation for the what's that newer one that came out, the Justice Society with Wonder Woman or something, the cartoon ones?
Oh no.
Yeah, what if they do that type of
No,
animation? Oh man,
My friend doesn't even like that animation, and like that's he loves DC.
yeah, he
like,
lives,
Yeah.
breathes DC
He lives
stuff.
DC, and like with the animated stuff too, he loves those. But even he didn't like the animation style for that.
Interesting.
And it was like the same animation with that Superman show. It was like New Frontier or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, isn't it?
that's
New
what
Frontier,
It is. Yeah.
Wonder Woman, New Frontier,
looked
and
like
then
Archer.
Superman.
Like,
yeah, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. I'm not too big on
Yeah,
that.
I
I mean,
didn't like
it works for Archer, but
Mhm.
I don't want to see DC do that type of
No,
animation.
No. You need the fluidity and.
Well, and
Fluidity.
I guess we'll move on to another Warner Brothers topic too, which this one is just like another week, another big purchase. So two things. Amazon buys MGM, so now Amazon has like RoboCop. What's it called?
The James Bond franchise.
James Bond franchise, and I forgot what
Interesting.
other ones. I forgot what other properties does MGM have. But anyways, they
So they swung their dick around. Like in short, they just swung their dick
Yep.
around
Yep.
in the competition of who has the biggest dick.
and they
That's what it is. That's what these companies do. Like, oh, okay, well, I have this big dick, and look at it. Look what I can do with it. Oh, well, that's nothing. I have this big dick, and I
yeah, and
I
that's what
can
they're
do
doing
this.
because
Yeah,
this
that's
literally.
crazy.
This literally came right off of the, what's it called? Hold on. Not Las Vegas. No, I was trying to see what they own. They own stuff like Silence of the Lambs, RoboCop, Poltergeist, Stargate, Tomb Raider too. What the hell?
Interesting.
Rocky. They own the Rocky series.
Okay.
So you're probably gonna see Amazon try to milk that too.
Yeah.
But that literally came out right after the news of Discovery buying Warner Media right off of AT&T. So they didn't even wait like a week. So it's like these big companies going around selling properties or buying, and then they're like, oh yeah, hey, look, they got attention. Now look at me over here. Like you said, they're just swinging around having a dick measuring contest.
Exactly.
I think it's bad for business, honestly, because I think that, Disney and just, everybody's trying to compete with Disney and all its property. That's why a lot of people buying all of these smaller companies. And
it's only it's always the same, like 3 or 4 though.
Yeah.
The only one that threw a curveball was Discovery, because I didn't even think they were buying shit. I just think of Discovery Channel. I always forget that they own other stuff.
Yeah, they do.
But so the repercussions of that Warner Brothers being bought by Discovery, I know you haven't looked too much into it, but have you ever thought of how that's gonna shape up shit? It could seriously change the landscape of entertainment, because with Warner Media, it's not just
Shark Week might be bigger.
Shark Week, brought to you by Green Lantern now.
Brought to you by Guy Fieri dressed up as Green Lantern.
That's more or less what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
but
he fights the shit. CGI.
No evil can escape Flavor Town.
No evil can escape Flavor Town. He punches a shark with his ring.
But what's it called?
He's like, so good,
so good. We're taking you to Flavor Town, Shark. But what's it called? It's no, but it's not only the movie and TV department. When you think about it, Discovery also just bought stuff like the video game companies, what's it called? NetherRealm. They're owned by Warner Brothers.
Shark Week the game.
Yeah, with Scorpion. Get over it.
Yeah.
But so now, and if Discovery decides they want to split it up and I only want the shows, I don't really care, that means potentially NetherRealm, who makes Injustice, Mortal Kombat, and all that, they might be up for grabs for a bigger company like Nintendo, Sony, 2K, EA, Microsoft. All those might want a piece of that pie. What's it called? So that's what I'm saying. The repercussions out of that, some of the movie departments, like the animation department, might go to somewhere else. They might actually branch off DC to something else, and maybe not Warner Brothers not even have the rights to those guys anymore. You might have early 2000s Marvel, where some of it was at Fox, some of it was over here. So it
reverts.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen, but it technically is a potential. So
we could see Shark Week, the cinematic universe.
Yeah, but it's just it just baffles me. How scary would that be? That now potentially DC might not even have all their characters under one umbrella, because Discovery's pimping them around. You go over to that corner, you go over that corner.
Crossover event with Shark Week with the DC. I give it staying on Shark Week.
I mean, it's crazy, to be honest, is because DC owns all these characters, and if everybody's picking and choosing, it's gonna kind of suck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The repercussions could be pretty bad from it. The only one that I could see, kind of, well, not even cool, because then it would take it away from other places, is that NetherRealm. I'm pretty sure Sony might want them, because Sony's really PlayStation, they're really trying to ramp up their fighting department. They're trying to bring that genre back. They're bringing back Virtual Fighter. They bought Evo, the fighting tournament. They're really, every time you go onto their YouTube channel for a good portion of the year, they're having Mortal Kombat tournaments on there. I wish stuff like that.
I wish Marvel vs. Capcom would come back somehow.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey, but
yeah,
maybe
because the last one was really bad. You saw the last one, right?
Number 4.
Yeah,
that one sucked. It sucked because it also had my
I
boy
like the old
Nova
game.
on there.
I used to play the old one, the
2D
Ultimate. Yeah, well, that one and the Ultimate one, which was the third one that they did.
Oh, okay, yeah, the third one. Yeah. I never got the Ultimate. I had the.
You can
standard.
download on the PS4.
Yeah,
it's still there. They're fun, dude.
The only reason I want to download the Ultimate is because I think that one also has Nova.
Well, you can play as Ghost Rider, Nova,
and
some other characters you like. Yeah,
and Rocket
Hawkeye.
Raccoon.
Yeah, Rocket.
That's cool.
Captain America.
Yeah, well, he's in the standard one, I think.
Well, he's also on that one too.
Yeah, but
Deadpool too.
What's it called? Well, if Discovery sells out NetherRealm and the Batman Arkham and all that, and the Injustice, maybe Sony's like, oh hey, we already got a good deal with Disney and Spider-Man and all that. What if we do Marvel versus DC instead of Marvel versus Capcom?
One can hope.
That'd be the good side of the repercussion.
That'd be the biggest game ever.
Of all time.
Oh yeah, it could come out broken as shit and people would still buy it.
Yeah, of course.
It will be broken as shit because that's the trend with all games.
We'll get
We'll
there.
Yeah. Perfect segue.
Yeah, no, we'll save that we'll save the Rant House for closer to the end. We're not gonna get riled up just yet. Not just yet. Let's move on to trailer week. This past couple of weeks, we got a bunch of trailers. We got The Eternals, Edgar Wright's new Last Night in Soho, and Chris Pratt's new movie, The Tomorrow War, for Amazon Prime. Did you guys watch any of those videos?
Yes.
No.
You did? Okay,
Yeah.
so you at least saw The Eternals, all right?
The Eternals.
Okay, so we'll save that for the end. That way we could talk about it. What did you think of some of the other ones? Like, you interested in any of these other movies?
Yes, I am interested in the Tomorrow War trailer. I just saw it. The trailer. I mean, it looks okay.
It looks fun. It looks like a generic action movie.
Yeah.
It's going to suffer from the book to movie adaptation syndrome, which is where the book is going to be a lot better and a lot darker than it is. This one, they took what's basically a kind of serious role and turning it into an action blockbuster with a little bit of comedy sprinkled in here and there. I haven't read the book. My buddy has, and he loved it. And he said it's a great story, and I feel like this one's not going to do the book justice. And another thing that kind of hurts it, PG-13. Yeah. I'm not the type of guy who's like, oh, a rated R movie because it has blood and such is good. I'm not that kind. I don't care if it's PG-13 or R, but certain things you just look at them and you're like that. To get the full effect, to get the full effect and do it justice, it has to have a specific rating.
The impact of all those scenes and stuff.
Because there's like creepy aliens going around, and I feel like when they're going to kill someone, it's basically going to be off screen or very like PG-13-ish, and it's going to be weird. Kind of like, again, Venom and Carnage.
Yeah,
some of those, Venom you could do PG-13 kind of. Carnage... I mean, the dude's a goddamn serial killer. So doing him and Venom together in a movie, I feel like that's where it warrants having blood and gore and such like that. But I'm not looking too forward to it. I'll watch it since it's going to be on Amazon Prime and hope for the best. It looks like it's going to have some cool action pieces here and there. But I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm 90% sure this is going to end up at like a 6.5 to 7 on my scale, probably.
Yeah.
Let's hope I'm wrong, because if it ends up being a good movie, then better for us. But it looks very average, 6 to 7 movie.
It does.
But main big trailer that came out, The Eternals. We'll start with you, JT.
I'm not a big fan of it because I don't know anything about them, and it looks.
Holy shit! I thought you were gonna be the only positive one in this.
No,
we're all on the same boat here.
More or less.
Oh shit!
I mean, first of all, I'm not looking forward to it because I am looking forward to Black Widow. Comes out in July. That's gonna be amazing. But the Eternals movie, nobody really expect. I mean, I don't know who they are or what they do. I don't know why they waited this long. But
I never like them. Well, they waited this long because originally we were gonna have basically the Inhumans in their place.
Okay.
But shit hit the fan. Things got weird. Feige had that whole dick measuring contest with the guy from what's it called? From the TV department, Bob Iger, I think it was. They were butting heads, and he's like, "Oh, well, you like the Inhumans, don't you? Well, we're gonna put it on the back burner." And then Iger was like, "Well, then we'll turn it into a TV show." And it was a lot of drama going on back then. But so now they have a spot of this team that they were gonna have missing, and so I think they were like, "Well, we couldn't do the X-Men at that time, so we were gonna settle for the Inhumans, and they're like, well, we fucked up with the Inhumans, so we're gonna have to settle for the backup of the backup.
So we don't get X-Men, we don't get Fantastic Four.
Well, they're coming.
Like,
But yeah, no. Basically, again, the Eternals were gonna be the backup for the backup that Marvel was doing.
Yeah.
So it seems like, and that's how I feel. Because and personally in the comics, for me, I never liked the Eternals. I don't care too much about them. They do feel like, again, even Inhumans is kind of... I do like the Inhumans personally, but I know as a fan of them that they're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel with those. It's like you reach the bottom of the barrel and whatever gunk was left over in the crevice, that's what the Eternals are
Black
for me.
Bolt's cool, dude. I don't know.
No, I'm saying the Eternals.
But with Inhumans,
with the Inhumans, as cool as Black Bolt is and such like that, and some of the other guys in there, they're still technically D-list heroes. They're close to the bottom, and they're not famous. But yeah, no, like I was saying though, with the Eternals, they're like knockoff DC's New Gods. Okay. And I never cared for them, and this trailer, I was hoping it would swing me over to actually make me want to see the movie, but other than really pretty looking shots here and there, I don't know, it felt a little bit different in the way it looked from other Marvel movies, but it just didn't convince me. Nope. It just I don't care about their comic counterparts. I don't care about their movie counterparts. They got a decent cast, pretty solid actors, but I'm not like a huge fan of any of those actors to be like, ooh, I really want to see this movie. And I'm just not sold on it yet, personally.
Me neither.
Anything you want to add, Reed?
No, I don't care.
Did I basically cover the whole
I don't,
what you were gonna say?
Basically, like, I'm not about all this new stuff. It's like if it's not a character that I really like or a team that I really like, then
don't do it.
I'm not gonna watch it. I couldn't care less.
Well, see, it could work well because, again, a lot of people. I personally liked the Guardians before their movie. They were one of my favorites before then. And once they brought the movie, they did change them from what I liked, but they were still good, and the audience did fall in love. They did bring these characters and make them good. So I was hoping that they would do this with the Eternals, but
the thing is, like
so far,
Guardians has a certain style to it.
True.
This is just more like, I've seen this before so many times. Like, it just
didn't look interesting to me.
Yeah.
It just, hopefully the dynamic between the actors and such, it feels natural and good, but
make it watchable.
Yeah, but I'm not expecting anything great from this, honestly. That's just me. But moving on, another Marvel news. So they apparently, according if the reports are true, they found their Kraven the Hunter, which I keep blocking. Yeah, I keep blocking that they're making these stupid standalone fucking movies. But
Again,
like, I don't care.
Yeah, but they brought in. You didn't see that coming. They brought in Aaron Taylor Johnson. I almost said Anya Taylor-Joy again. I was about to be like, what the fuck? Kraven the Huntress? But no, they brought in Quicksilver and Kick-Ass to be Kraven the Hunter. I don't know how that... I mean, he's a great actor when he needs to be. Godzilla 2014, but he's usually okay. He's pretty good. I like him as a person, it looks like. And he's a decent actor. So I personally am intrigued. I'm not really too interested in this movie.
Yeah.
But this news did kind of like, oh, that's an odd choice. Do you think he could do Kraven the Hunter justice? Or do you think he looks too like young kiddish?
I don't know Kraven the Hunter that much. He looks like a stripper. He looks like a male stripper.
But that's what I'm saying. He looks like this like tough, like like mature dude that you see at like Magic Mike motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like I would have
That's what he looks like.
I would have expected the guy who played Deathstroke to be playing him.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Ooh,
I was gonna say the same exact thing.
Joe, whatever his name is.
He looks more like him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I expected.
He's just some like buff dude in like a tiger jacket, right? Like
yeah.
He's a hunter. You're like,
oh, your mamacita, come over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Come over here, please. mommy. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, do you think? And yeah, like I feel like he's like this tan dude, like Spaniard or something. Like he gives off that vibe, even though he.
I mean, like I always imagine his voice going like, "Oi," like some like Australian guy.
Like some exotic dude. I get those vibes off of him. I'm not too savvy on Kraven the Hunter much. I don't hate him as a Spider-Man villain, but he's not one of my favorites. But I always felt like either Australian or like Spaniard or some sort of exotic vibe off of him.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you get very vanilla Aaron Johnson. So I'm like, I don't know how I feel. It's interesting. Again, the dude has a bit of range, so I'll see what he brings to the table. But it was not what I was expecting.
Just get Kano from the Mortal Kombat movie and put him in a Kraven costume.
Yep. Get him get a bit more buff.
Cunt.
Yep, and get him in a little lion vest.
But no, he looks like a male exotic stripper.
Yep.
Yeah, I never got
Joe
into
Exotic.
him. Yeah, it's Joe Exotic. It's Joe Exotic.
It's Joe
you
Exotic.
cast fucking Joe Exotic.
Get him out of
jail. He's Kraven the Hunter. I just saved that movie right there.
And thank you, Sony Pictures, for getting me out of jail.
By the way, that damn Carol Baskin, you bitch.
He goes and snipes her. That's the first thing he does when he gets out of jail.
That's when he gets out of jail.
Then he gets put back in.
He just like skins her.
Oh my god.
Oh jeez, man, they got dark up in here.
Yeah, it did.
But anyway, so we'll move.
Craven Last Hunter.
We'll move on to and I.
It's a $2 bill.
Hold on, is it just what do you guys think? Like anything you guys want to add on?
It's great.
No, man. I mean, I don't know much about Kraven the Hunter, but Aaron Taylor Johnson is a good actor, but I don't know how he's going to fit in this Sony universe that they're doing with Venom and Venom let to be Carnage and all this stuff. But I don't know. We'll see, but who knows? I don't really know.
Joe Exotic.
That's
I don't know all these things.
Is that what?
Guess what, motherfucker?
That's his entrance. That's his entrance.
Oh my God.
He comes up like next to a tiger. He's like, "Guess what, motherfucker?"
I'm Kraven the Hunter. That's how they announced that he got the role.
After credit scene. That's what he. I will watch that on opening night if they
get Joe fucking Exotic.
That'd be the biggest movie ever. They get Joe Exotic as Kraven. Redemption, dude. Redemption.
Guess what, motherfucking Spider-Man? I'm here to kill you.
He has a Glock.
I'm here to hunt you too.
Carol Baskin's paid me to kill you, Spider-Man. Well, we'll move on to the last segment, which would be the game segment of the news that came out. So we got a new Sonic the Hedgehog game.
Sonic.
Oh shit, no, I can't play that. I was gonna play the Gotta Go Fast, but we'll get copyright strike.
Yeah.
But so they had an event. Thursday and Friday was packed. We had like, I think there was on Thursday there was a Dragon Quest event, there was a Sonic event, there was a Dying Light 2 event, and there was a Horizon Forbidden West State of Play. And then on Friday we had like Far Cry 6. So there was a shit ton. It's like, because they're gearing up for E3, the big convention where they do all the reveals and such. So a bunch of game stuff's coming out here and there. And I think the really big one starts on like June 10th with the Summer Game Fest with Geoff Keighley. And then Microsoft has their event coming up that they fused with the Bethesda since they bought them.
Yeah.
And they're fusing their event for June 13th, I think it is.
Okay.
So I'll be checking that out. But until then, we're going to get a few big stuff and gaming stuff. Like, again, this Sonic game. We got what was it? Sonic Colors. Was it a remaster or is it like a sequel?
Remaster,
I think it's remastered.
Yeah, but I mean, if I remember, Colors wasn't too bad.
No, that's a good game.
No, yeah,
it's okay.
The one that sucked was Forces, and Sonic Boom. I think it was the one where Knuckles looked like he was on steroids.
Oh, I hated that. Yeah,
we don't talk about that. We don't do that here.
No, we don't do that.
Don't do that here.
what's it called? And then they announced a new game, or they teased a new game that's coming. What, next year? Apparently,
Yeah, next year.
Bullshit. I don't think it's coming next year. All they had was Sonic stepping on our faces with his foot, and then it said 2022. I'm like, if you don't even have a pre-rendered CGI trailer, your game ain't coming out in 2022. And if it is, it's gonna be buggy as hell, broken ass shit.
Sonic 06.
Just like Cyberpunk 2077.
Cybersonic.
Yeah, no, fuck Sonic.
Disgusting!
Fuck Sonic 06.
Disgusting.
Yeah, that game was shit. The Far Cry 6. And any of y'all played the Far Cry series? No?
My brother played Primal, but
Primal was shit.
it was okay.
The
Ice Age animals and stuff.
what's it called? I never actually played the first one. I have the second one on my PC, and that one was kind of fun to play. It was hard as shit. The third one was the best in the series so far, in my opinion. It just had a good environment, a good bad guy, and all this. Fourth one was pretty solid. Fifth one was I couldn't finish it. Primal was it felt Primal was cool if it wasn't gonna be a Far Cry game. It suffered from the Ubisoft thing where they just don't have confidence in a project, so they kind of tweak it to kind of fit a certain type of game, and then they're like, slap the Far Cry name on it, slap the Assassin's Creed name on it. Yeah, they're just like, oh, if we add a little bit of stealth to it, slap the Assassin's Creed name on it.
And that's the thing, like, they're okay, but just don't call it Assassin's Creed, don't call it Far Cry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
but they're okay, but just
they
don't
should have
call it
had
Assassin's
confidence
Creed,
and try to make a new IP.
Mm-hmm.
But they got a gameplay reveal for the sixth one. It looks kind of fun. It just, I feel like they're trying too hard to be cool and hip and funny. Like they got like homemade weapons, and one of them is like a CD disc launcher, and every time they put the CD, it plays the Macarena until you shoot it.
So in other words, they have an early 2000s CD player, like the ones that you open up and
kind of. It just doesn't have it doesn't have a top
you
to
just
it.
Shoot at people.
And it has like 3 discs on it, and then it's just like, and apparently kills them. Wow. I'm like, that'll give you like a nasty cut, but I don't think
I've lost faith in so many new games coming out.
And
blunders.
The graphics though too, for a big budget game. The environment looks amazing, but the character models and the vehicles and such look like trash.
You know they're gonna sell it for like $65.
Oh, it's probably gonna be. It's $60. It's $60 because that's a regular AAA price.
Probably like plus like DLC stuff added.
Oh yeah, no Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Listeners, never, ever, and I hate saying this because I like supporting developers, but never buy a Ubisoft game day one. Those shits go on sale for like half price, literally like a month or less after the game comes out. You could usually get the like gold edition with the promise of all future DLC in that for like $50, like a month and a half after the game came out. So they're especially around November time when the Assassin's Creeds come out. Those things come out, and 2 weeks later, Black Friday's around the corner, and they sell that shit for $24.99.
Yeah.
So never buy an Ubisoft game day one. They're just not worth it, in my opinion, and you could get them at a cheaper price later. But other than that, like I was saying, the Far Cry 6, it looks all right. I was hoping that they would bring it back and have a similar feel to the third one, but it just looks like they're a little bit out of touch, in my opinion. But the big one, I don't know if you saw this, Reaps, but I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah,
the state of play for Horizon Forbidden West. Holy shit, man. Holy. Oh. Did you see that, Reaps?
I saw the thumbnail. I didn't watch the video, but I saw the thumbnail for it. But it looked good. Like
man. Last year they had but like, holy shit, when it in action, that thing looks fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that with the power of the PS4 that was technically somewhat outdated when it came out, I knew if they could get a game running as good and looking as good as the first one did, I was really curious what they were going to do with this one. And man, the crazy thing is this game is still going to come out in PS4. So granted, it's probably not going to have all the same mechanics, and it's going to like run a slightly potato mode version of it that's going to look at, well, not potato mode, because it's probably going to look as good as the first one did.
Yeah.
But once you see it in action, man, you like you said,
awesome.
like thumbnails and pictures of games, usually they have to like go on photo mode and kind of blur out the background a little bit, highlight this, and almost Photoshop it to make it look good. The thumbnails that they have for these are the game running.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
I was not expecting. Last year on the June event for PlayStation 5, when they revealed the PlayStation 5 and such, they showed some of the game, or it was a trailer, and everyone thought it was just pre-rendered CG, and it wasn't going to be part of the game. But now that you see it, it pretty much looks like what they showed back then, and it looks like that while running in the damn game. So it surprised me. I wasn't expecting it to look half as good as the reveal last year was, and it delivered. It looks bonkers. Not only is it pretty looking, they upgraded the combat. They like animations look really nice and smooth. They added like this like glider shit, and the grappling hook that you could like Batman grapple your way up, and oh man, it looks crazy. What did you think of it, JT?
Dude, so I saw the video and I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like the graphics, like you said, Morty, are incredible. Like the combat and the animals and the like the whole like tangibleness and like the whole slickness, it looks really awesome. And the whole environment of like San Francisco, that's where the game is settled as, is beautiful. I know there was a part of the game when I saw that like Alloy, she was like underwater. Man, the water looks crystal clear. All the robots in it look amazing. They're probably gonna have like a lot of like big bosses in this game, and I can't wait to play it on the PS4. I'm gonna be loving that game. I love the first one, and hopefully I believe that this game is gonna be.
I hope
like better than.
I hope that you could run it on that PS4, man, because I know it's not gonna look anything like what they showed.
But
and like I'm saying, I'm hoping it actually runs, because I don't know. I mean, that I'd be scared to run that shit on on the PS4, because the old games, the PS4 was sounding like a damn jet engine. It was like so this thing is gonna what's it called? This thing's gonna blow up. Somebody
Cyberpunk.
I forgot who did it. One of the podcasters I listened to on their Twitter. I forgot which one it was. But he posted, you know that scene from Breaking Bad when the guy in the wheelchair meets Gustavo and and somebody says they said that they put like they put the old man, they put the PS4 logo on his face, and then they said when you put in Horizon Forbidden West onto your PS4, and then they like wait, and then he's like, "What's going on, Gustavo?" And then he's like, "Ding, ding," and the PS4 starts making the noises, and then he's like, "No!" And, and then they just show him blow up. They said that's what's gonna happen to your face. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen to your PS4. You're gonna try to do it, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh!" and it's gonna blow up right in your face.
God.
Popping that disc in. That's what's gonna happen to JT. I'm gonna be over here popping it, and it's gonna make a lot of noise on my PS5, but you're gonna be popping it in your PS4. It's just gonna blow up on it. But moving on. So,
God damn it.
So around the corner is.
What the fuck is going on?
Around the corner is it's time to go to the Rant Room or the Rant House, man.
Yeah.
I need to settle down. That got me. That was too funny.
Cause what's it called?
Because that scene makes me laugh so much. Like, his face. Like, that is Jesus. That is so down.
I really need to get a sound effect though. Like, I want to see about getting the warning noise from the Alien franchise. From like. Yeah,
that one. Yeah,
that way we could put that for whenever we're gonna go into the Rant House. But I forgot to find it, so I'll probably by next time we'll have that or some other sound effect to let us know that oh shit, take cover, here comes the Rant House. But I personally haven't played this game. I was really hoping to get it, but after seeing videos and seeing what people had to say, I'm still gonna check it out eventually. But it went from a day one purchase to I might wait till it's on sale. $29.99. But and once it's fixed. But unfortunately, as a lot of games have been coming out, which pisses me off. I'm still thinking about. We just calmed down. And you just brought it back. As soon as I'm out, you bring me right back in. But,
no. Okay. All right.
1, 2, just breathe. Our listeners are just gonna be like,
One eternity.
they're just waiting for the Rant Room. But what's it called? So back at it, Biomutant is a goddamn travesty at this state. The state it came out. What?
Goddamn travesty.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking forward to this game, and it just came out like a lot of these games are coming out. These publishers are just
broken ass fucking game.
They just
sell it for $65. Sell that shit for full price.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's okay because it's a small team that made it. Bullshit. There's no excuse.
No, it's
What?
I would give it a bit of an excuse if it was
if it's
a
full
small
price.
team.
That is,
but if it wasn't full price, if it was $35 to $40, do what a lot of places are doing it, which I still hate this practice, but at least it's better than full price. Give an incentive to the early adopters when you're releasing a game that you know is not quite finished. Early access, $29.99. Early adopters get it for a cheaper price because they have to deal with all the bugs, all the bullshit, and everybody wins. Sell it for $60 once it's in good condition. But until then, $30 for early adopters. They know what they're getting into. They're not none of this. Just throw it out there and bullshit your way. And like, you were looking forward to it too, weren't you, Reeps?
I really wanted it. I thought it was gonna be like a Kung Fu Panda meets Monster World with these raccoon characters. What the fuck is that? Yeah, and then it was like, what the fuck is that? And it's broken. It's
broken.
Glitchy.
People falling through the map.
Yeah, people fall through the map. It's like
the dialogue is broken too. Like,
what I hate about this, like when game developers do it, it's like selling a car that looks really cool, but there's no goddamn engine in it. Like you okay,
there's
cool
an
to
engine.
look at, but you can't like do anything with it. It's undrivable.
There's an engine and it gets you around the corner, but once you move it out of the lot, it starts breaking down. The piece falls out. More or less. That's more or less. You're trying to restart your car. That's what buying like Cyberpunk is. You're just water right there, and it like crashes on you.
Oh my god!
No. But yeah, I wanted that, but it's just shambles. You can't do anything with it.
Although and
that's a trend with most game companies now. Sell the fucking thing and it's broken and sell for full price.
Yep.
You know, and people will still defend it, of course.
The only ones I trust to release a product that's not in a broken state in this day and age is even Rockstar sometimes, like
Naughty Dog.
Yeah, well, any PlayStation, well, Sony, some of the higher end, like Guerrilla Games, Naughty Dog, who else is Sucker Punch. Most of the Sony companies, the first party, they really take pride into polishing their games, and Nintendo games too. They're
quality.
They might be overpriced in my opinion, but at least
they're good games.
It's
finished. Yeah,
when they bring them out, there's minimal to no glitches. Mm-hmm. And they work, and they improve upon them.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like they don't improve upon them,
and it stands the test of time because then they keep adding stuff to it, and it gets a fan base.
Yep, like Mario Kart came, or even the Mario Golf that's coming out next
all
or
the
this
Mario
month.
series.
Yeah,
Like they come out, I expect that game to fucking function.
And they're quality games because they're
It's
finished.
really
they
fun
look beautiful.
yeah.
They play very well, and
then,
more stuff gets added.
yep.
More stuff gets added to it.
So Nintendo and then Sony too. Like Ghost of Tsushima came out, that shit worked.
Quality game.
Last of Us 2, even though it was divisive, it came out and it
performed well.
Yeah, it worked. It looked gorgeous. It looked amazing. It pushed the boundaries and it worked. It didn't drop to like 10 frames per second. So it's just those two companies I trust, and then a couple of smaller companies here and there. I forget who else. Even the Capcom games, they run pretty well.
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That a good chunk of the time they run pretty well.
They were good like back then. Like they were god tier, and then like now it's just kind of
they had a really rough spot last generation. They were fucking or late PS3 Xbox era to early PS4.
That's what I was saying. Like
One.
with the newest Marvel vs. Capcom, like it was embarrassing bad.
Yeah,
but there were good games before, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like during that phase is when they were dropping the ball left and right. But then recently they've been kind of turning that boat around. Thankfully,
Resident Evil, right? Because
they're
the
number 2 remake, the number 3, and Resident Evil 7 and 8.
But like that game too, it's like it performs well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They had those Capcom, Sony, Nintendo, and then a couple ones here and there sprinkled. They know that I know that when they bring out a product, even if it's not the best product in the world, for certain reasons, I know that at least it's going to perform well.
Yeah,
and that's where Biomutant, CD Projekt Red,
that's why we play
a bunch
games, because we want to play it.
Yeah.
Like we want to have.
I don't want to worry that it's going to break my system.
Yeah, I don't want it to
or
break.
It's going to keep crashing, or that it's gonna
waste
or that
money on it.
I'm not gonna be able to progress to the next level because there's a glitch to where I can't proceed, or in Biomutant's case too, like a lot of games are coming out, you just fall in through the goddamn map and go into endless fall.
It won't stand the test of time that way.
Yeah, no.
It won't. It'll just be forgotten. We'll see it like at a video store that's like marked down for like $30,
like $10 bargain bin. But even then, the problem with that too is that not only, even if they fix it, the issue is they're gonna spend so much time and resources on it, where instead of releasing a good game right off the bat and then using those same resources that you're using to fix the game to make like extra content, either DLC or free content, you could use that for that. But no, now you have to waste your time and go back to the original product and put that shit on hold and fix it. Well, that's what CD Projekt Red is doing with Cyberpunk.
Yeah, exactly.
They're now straight up saying, like, dropping hints like, oh yeah, we're not doing a multiplayer anymore because well, they didn't say 100%. They're like, we might not get to make a multiplayer because we're too busy fixing. Yeah,
they should get in trouble for it. It's like this is fraud. It's fraud.
Well, and especially because they show us something that actually works
exactly
through promotion, but
like,
they
where's
never.
Where's that demo? Like, where can I play that game? The one that's finished. Yeah.
And then they also don't let reviews come out till like the day of or the day before. Also, to the point where some people already had pre-ordered, some people had already paid it in full,
and it took 5 years for them to do it. It's like, well, if 5 years wasn't enough, make it 10.
Yeah.
Like, just take your time with it.
Please.
To a certain extent, because after you wait too long, I mean,
you can't wait
Beyond
too
Good
long.
and Evil 2.
Oh, let's not go there. No.
I got a date who don't do late. Well, guess what, fucking Ubisoft? You're late as shit.
But still, it's like, okay, if that's not enough, take longer. Just finish, just do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
But
nope, they just want us to.
I wanted this game.
They just keep releasing this shit. Again, I do hear the combat is good.
Yeah.
I do hear the character creation and customization's fun.
The world is still cool, and
and I hear that the lore is not too bad.
The lore gets kind of. I heard that the script is really.
Oh
really
no,
bad.
that's what I'm saying. Like the actual foundation for the lore, I hear is kind of fun and interesting, but the overall dialogue and such, I hear is I hear it's just not good.
This one reviewer was pointing all that out. He was saying that like characters have like really silly names and stuff because it's a post-apocalyptic game. But like stuff for like elevators is called like uppy downies. There's a character whose name is like Choo Choo, and he's all about trains, and he says life is like train tracks or stuff like that. And there's like all these like stupid names for all this stuff. He was saying this, and then like.
When I heard from other people too that the dialogue was just cringe. I forgot.
Yeah.
Another podcaster I listened to, he showed a clip too, and he's like, I can't even with this dialogue. It wasn't the Choo Choo guy, but it was some other one, and he's like, I forgot what it was, so I'll just say something that kind of sounds like it. It was like some weird ass name, and it was like, oh, go get Doppler and go,
stuff like that,
and go deliver this Zumagar or something.
Yeah, the Zumbi into the whirly or
something like that. They were saying that the dialogue was just cringe, and the worst part is that you have them speaking gibberish in the actual game, like furry gibberish, and then the narrator comes right after that and translates it and into like garbage ass dialogue.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Also, like post-apocalyptic games need to stop coming up with all these made-up words for like stuff that exists. It's like a cliche, and you don't need it because here's the thing: if it was like post-apocalyptic now, okay, I would still call an elevator an elevator. I would still call a train a train.
And it will pass down through generations.
Exactly. Yeah. So that I don't get why they do that. It's silly.
The elders say that was a train. Exactly. But were you looking forward to this game at all, JT, or was it not really in your radar?
A little bit. I was reading like the news about Biomutant. It looks really cool by the gameplay, but yeah, there's like a lot of bugs to it, and I don't know.
Yeah, so not a purchase for you right now?
No.
Yeah, no, I was disappointed because I from the first trailer that came out, I thought it was a cool looking, unique concept.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that it would be good, and I want to support these developers, but I don't want to support these practices.
Exactly.
So I'm like in a bad spot for me because I mean, I guess it's good because now it saves my money, and I'll go trade in something for Ratchet and Clank coming out in like 2 weeks.
It's like Ratchet and Clank, the cat game Stray,
yeah, Stray,
and Turtles. That's it.
Turtles. Yep. Shredder's Revenge.
Horizon Forbidden West.
Horizon for me, and there's a few more. I just would have to bring up my list, but I know there's a decent amount of games coming out this year. Let's hope there's more. Let's hope there's more Returnals and Resident Evils in terms of polish. Yeah. Or actually, even Returnal had a few like shitty things that happened, but I'll save those for when I do the review. I thankfully never encountered this, but there were some pretty bad bugs when it launched. But it got fixed within like a day.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So it was just one of those things that not even the developers kind of caught. But either way, it was. I hope that they're more closer to that good polished games than they are to Biomutant. Yeah. So here's to hoping for the rest of the year.
The end of bad business practices like this. Yeah,
gotta stop, man.
And they're eventually bound to, because every time they do this, they end up losing money. Yeah, they think they can make a quick buck, but look at Marvel's The Avengers. That thing is like. They keep saying on sale for $20-something. It's like
they keep advertising it.
Bitch, that's your permanent price now. Half of the time, you'll go back to $60 for like a week, and then for a whole month straight, you'll be down to $30 again. So I see you more at $30 than I do at $60.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So and that game lost a bunch of money on it, and they're still trying to get people back, but it's still just. Fight robots, bland ass shit. Everyone feels kind of the same. Maybe like in a year from now, once they've added a decent amount of content and such like that, and it's like $10, maybe then I'll pick it up. But I just have no interest right now. But yeah, no, that's more or less. I think that's a good place to call it a night. But so we went over everything, and I almost forgot because we didn't get to do it last week. We actually had to hit the random citizen thing again. So we got new listener. I don't know if he came back for this previous week, but we did get on one of our episodes. We are now moving not just in Poland, not just in Canada, but some what's it called? Some random person over in Brazil.
I love you, random citizen.
Nice.
So Brazil, there you go. Let me play that for you. So
I
now
love you, random citizen.
So we're reaching across the countries.
Reaching people.
And then YouTube won't tell me where it is, but apparently only a quarter of people who have watched our videos are from the US. The other 75%, it just says on other.
What?
I don't know where, but or I don't know if it's a glitch, but it's others. So for you guys too, whatever.
I love you, random citizen.
But yeah, so I guess this is a part where I would let everyone know if you have another a place where people could find you. What's it called? Do you have your own Instagram or or Twitter? Where could people find you at, Reeps?
I mean, do I need to give it out?
If you want to, I mean,
I have one called @BCreatureMovie. If you want to look up on Instagram.
On Instagram. What about you, JT?
I kind of do like a low profile on Instagram, but Hillhouse5. That's my Instagram username. I don't put any posts, but yeah.
Okay. Well, if you want to find me, you could find me on @MexMorty on Twitter, or obviously on our Screen Crusaders. I think it's at Crusader Screen on Twitter and the Screen Crusaders on Instagram. Yeah. So if you haven't, go ahead and go follow us there. Any of those. That way you could stay in touch. We usually, like I know at mine, at Mex Morty, I post a bunch of stuff, gaming news. I retweet anything that comes in, and I'm usually pretty good at keeping up to date. Like something gets announced, for sure, like less than an hour later, I'll be already having retweet and talked about it. So you could find me there, obviously on our YouTube channel and on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Anchor. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button,
hit it like the guy.
Yeah, so hit that over there, and as usual, feel free to comment. Let us know how we're doing. Just join in the conversation. Join our live streams. I'll have to get a better schedule for that. But until then, everybody have a fantastic, wonderful week.